and welcome back to my channel. So today I have another Sims 4 speed build for you, and I decided to tackle a 2-story apartment in The Sims 4. So in case you didn't know, most of the apartments are only 1 floor, but there are a few that are 2 or I think maybe even 3 stories. Now, considering it's kind of difficult to actually upload apartments to the gallery, I don't want to say difficult, just kind of annoying. Like, I've kind of not really wanted to do like a 2-story apartment because you kind of then have to upload it as like 2 separate rooms, like the first story and the second story. And then if you want to download it off the gallery, you have to go and find them and then like just basically place them properly. But I decided, you know what, I'm going to do it. Today we're going to do it. And I also was going with a suggestion on one of my recent speed builds. Someone said maybe you could try doing an apartment with like a gray color scheme. So that's what we're going for here. I kind of sorted by a lot of gray, and then we ended up with this accent of orange. So it's this kind of like funky modern orange and gray apartment, but that was the inspiration. And I also had several issues with this apartment. Like, I was excited to do one. I feel like doing a 2-story apartment makes things a little more interesting. However, like, not only was it a little annoying to upload, so what it ended up doing is the way that I upload these to the gallery is basically I knock down a couple of the walls so that the game sees the whole apartment as one room. So then you can just download that one room and then just add back the walls that are missing, the ones that I deleted. So I was going to do the same thing with this apartment, and so it'd be like 2 rooms, you know, the first story and then the second story. Okay. Well, fun fact, for some reason, I feel like there's something up with this apartment where like you can see that it has a balcony, and for some reason, no matter what I did, I could not get the game to recognize the whole first floor, including the balcony, as one room, which was a bit frustrating. So this is actually uploaded on the gallery as 3 different rooms. So I apologize for that, but it'll be the first floor, the second floor, and then the porch. And I named them hopefully in a very easy way. I just called them the 702 Zenview like first floor reno or something like that. So you should be able to easily find all 3 parts. And if you want to download it, it is already up in the Sims 4 gallery under my ID, spicensprinkles, all one word, all lowercase, and down in the description if you want to see it written out. But I had a lot of fun with this apartment despite the issues I was having. I also had a weird glitch with, for the stairs, it wouldn't let me put stair railing on it. Like, it did this weird thing where like I placed the railing and you could see the little like posts that go on the railing at the top and bottom of the stairs. Like, it's there, it's just not showing it up the stairs. So I'm hoping maybe like when you place it, you'll be able to see it. I tried multiple different railings too, and it seemed to be like all of the railings were doing that. I don't know why, but just, you know, I did not forget railing on the stairs. It is there. It's just, it doesn't want to show up. So you may have to, you know, place that. And I will say, when you place this from the gallery, you do have to put stairs in it because the stairs aren't going to come with the room. So hopefully it works in your game. And the other issue I had is, for some reason, so I went to go actually paint the ceilings, you know, since we can do that now, which is really cool. And I ended up using like the honeycomb looking kind of tile flooring from Eco Lifestyle, which I think complemented this build a whole lot. But there are chunks of it that it wouldn't let me do that to. Like, it wouldn't let me do it to the balcony, and there's just a chunk in the first floor that it didn't let me do it to. So in case you notice it in the screenshots or when you download it, I don't know what was going on, but it didn't want to let me put it in some of the places. So I am aware of that. It was just being really weird. So I don't know if it's just this apartment that has a whole lot of problems, or there's some glitches that are happening. So I don't know, like, let me know. Have you noticed anything like this? Like, is it just me? Is it maybe one of my mods? I don't know. All of my mods have been updated. So honestly, I'm just not really sure. But also, I feel like the apartments in this game can be a little bit weird at times anyways, and I apologize for talking over what feels like the whole entire first floor of this apartment, but I just wanted to go ahead and let you know about some of the weird pieces of this apartment if you do want to download it. I mean, it's all up there, so, and I hope you enjoy it if you do want to download it. But like I said, we ended up going with this really pretty orange and gray inspired, and I also loved this wallpaper. I don't think I've ever used it. I think it's from Eco Lifestyle. style. Don't quote me, I'm pretty sure that's where it's from, but I swear I don't even recognize it, which is so funny to me. I feel like every time I do builds where I sort by a color, I end up finding new items and swatches that I didn't know existed, which is kind of actually a lot of fun, because otherwise I feel like you get stuck sometimes using the same things over and over again because you just don't know other stuff exists in the game, because like I do have all of the packs and everything, so it's a lot of items. And to be clear, I'm not complaining that I have a lot of items because I'm really lucky that I am able to have all of the packs. However, I just feel like sometimes I forget about stuff. And so sometimes when I build, I'm literally like, I'm going to go find a swatch or an item that I've really never used before and base my build off of that just to like force myself to do something new. You know what I mean? And honestly, this living room is very large, but I think it's like, it looks really nice and I think makes sense in this apartment. And this is a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment. I guess technically a 1.5 bath. So there's like a half bath by the stairs, which if you saw me building that a little bit earlier, your sim can use everything in there. It's kind of a tight squeeze, but it does work. Just be sure that you have bb.move objects on. And also if you just heard a little random like bing ding noise, that was actually my Amazon Echo that's on my desk. We are having like storms, so I think it's telling me that, you know, we're under a storm warning or watch or something like that. And also I feel like I've been hearing thunder, so I'm hoping, you know, you can't hear that through the microphone, but like I feel like we're about to get a big storm here. But anyways, it figures like I need just like 12 minutes to record a voiceover, or 13 or whatever this is, and like I couldn't even like get through 13 minutes without my Echo just like talking to me. And I'm not calling her by her other name because otherwise she'll light up and want to talk to me, and that's not what I want to do right now. And this sounds so funny, so like we, you know, if we ever talk about the Amazon Echo, like, and like we don't want her to hear us, we have actually come up with another name for her. We call her a Schmexa. And so anyways, I know that's so random, but I just find it funny, so I just thought I would share it with you. I don't know if you really wanted to know that, but now you know. It's just anytime my husband and I or anybody that's over wants to talk about her and not have her like listen, that's just, we have to call her something different, which I don't know. I just thought it was really funny. And I also almost forgot that there was a porch. I actually do it at the very end of the build. I really almost forgot until I was kind of looking over the apartment. I was like, oh no, I never did that. And I knew better. Like when I was doing the downstairs, I was like, I should probably do that because I feel like I'm going to forget. And then I was like, nah, I won't forget. No, I almost did. I really should have done it when I was down there. But like I said, this was a 2-bedroom apartment. Now, I did not make the second bedroom like with, I kind of made it with the theme of the apartment. I feel like it would probably be, if anything, a teen bedroom, but I feel like you could easily make this like a kid's bedroom if you just add some kids items and stuff like that. But I feel like kind of the way I decorated it, it's almost like a guest room, which if you have Growing Together is now a mechanic, like you can have people stay with you. So I kind of thought of it maybe as a guest room, but you can easily add stuff to it and make it, you know, for a kid or someone else in your family, or just someone else that like is living with you, or even if you want like a butler or something. I feel like I never make rooms for butlers in The Sims. I feel like I forget that that exists, and it's not something I usually use in my gameplay. I guess maybe I just don't usually have homes that are big enough. I don't know. Maybe I need to think about using one in my Big Sister challenge that I'm still working on over on my Twitch channel. The link is down below if you want to come hang out with us. But like that household I have is huge now. It has 4 adults and 4 kids and 3 pets and like 2 dogs and a cat. So like honestly, and we live in a big house, so maybe I do need to get a butler. Maybe that would make my life a whole lot easier, because it is becoming quite chaotic to keep up with all of those Sims. And like, because one of the sisters had twins a little while ago, and then the younger sister just had kids, and apparently it was twins again, so that's really fun. So now there's 4 kids, and I don't know, it's kind of fun, and I feel like nearing the end of that challenge. But really, like, the job is to get the younger sister to kind of, you know, be on her own and everything. So we're kind of just like, you know, I feel like wrapping up that gameplay with like how the little sister's life ends up, if that makes sense. I don't know why I'm talking about that either. That's not what we're doing here. But I totally got off on a tangent, so I apologize. I don't know. I feel like every time it's been a little while since I've done a voiceover, I just start talking about a bunch of other stuff. So like, let me know, does that bother you? Like, I hope it doesn't. I don't know. I guess I feel like I just need to talk to you all. And I feel like I do that on stream too. Like the other day, I kid you not, like streamed for a little over 3 hours, and I got like, I think it was like 20 or 30 minutes of actual like speed build footage. Like that's how much we like chatted and just had a good time. Like it was so much fun, but I just thought it was funny. I was like, we got literally like almost nothing done. But anyway, so we're kind of now working on the actual, I figured this is like the owner suite, so whoever owns this apartment actually lives in this bedroom. Like you can fit 1 or 2 Sims in here, like that's totally up to you. I didn't really think about like what kind of sim this would be, like what they did for occupations or anything like that. I just kind of was decorating based off of like just how I felt like decorating it. But I do include an easel out there kind of in this stair like landing area, and as well as have like a little office space there, so your sim should be able to do any skill building. And honestly, this still is a really big apartment, so you can easily add like other skill building items if you'd like to, especially out, I feel like on the porch. Like it is a covered porch, so you can put stuff out there without it like getting struck by lightning and stuff like that. We actually end up having like a bar and a small seating area out there, so you could easily replace that for any like bigger skill building items, or maybe gym equipment or something like that, or even replace the guest room I built with a gym. Like I feel like that would be useful. And I love how I'm just telling you like all the different ways you could like change my build. I just I don't mind if you need to change it to like the gameplay that you are doing with your Sims in your game, if that makes sense. And I kind of liked this like darker mixed wood tone kind of open closet thing here. I think that looked really nice, and we had that kind of industrial looking fireplace here. So we actually have 2 fireplaces in this apartment. And if you've been listening to my speed builds for a while, like, I don't know, do y'all remember that like period of time where like every time I took screenshots, my Sims were like lighting the apartments or builds on fire? That was crazy. Luckily that didn't happen, but like, I don't know, I just randomly thought about that like every time I was taking screenshots, the sim was catching the build on fire. So luckily we did not have that issue with this apartment. But anyways, just adding a small little seating area in there, and then we're going to finish out with this landing, and then of course the porch as well. I end up putting just like a bookcase out here, and honestly this bookcase, I feel like I used to use it more often, but I just haven't used it recently. So again, something fun that came out of actually trying to go by color. Like I did like the gray and black, and that's what came up. So that was kind of nice to be able to see that piece of furniture again. And then just adding in a little bit of clutter over here. And I kind of put the degrees on the wall. Like I said, I don't really know what the sim does, so you can swap stuff out depending on their like what they do. Like if you have an interior designer, you can, you know, add that like interior design board or dream home decorator, whatever that occupation's actually called. Like I actually don't even remember. It's been so long since I've actually played with that. And then just adding like a little like table over here with another piece of art. And I figured too, like since we have like the easel, maybe the sim is into art, like that kind of thing. So then just making sure we had a few art pieces in here as well. And then like I said, I kept it fairly simple for the porch. Again, just thinking about like what, you know, for entertaining purposes basically. And like I said, this is one of the areas the ceiling didn't work properly, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's because it uses rounded pieces, and honestly, like I had a hard time moving pieces around on this balcony as well. I don't know, it was very odd. So I don't know, maybe it's just something with this apartment, and I just picked a very glitchy apartment, but hopefully you don't have any of those kinds of issues. But I do end up using that like coffee table that's got like the little fire on it, and I thought that was really cute. And I was back and forth about putting orange out here, but I ended up using a little bit of orange there in the rug and in the bar chairs as well, along with the like bar like shelving on the wall. I feel like I never really used that item, but I thought it worked really well here. And then just adding in a little bit of art and some lights around so your sim can actually see if they are out here at night. And if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And as always, I hope you have a really sweet day. Bye everybody. I was gonna stay in the fight with